Hi everyone. This is my second video about how I bought a house in El Salvador, living in the United States. In my last video, I spoke about how it's not hard to buy a house in El Salvador, but you have to put a bigger down payment because you are a US citizen. Even if you have dual citizenship from El Salvador and the United States, you're still considered an hermano lejano, which means you reside in the United States. Therefore, you have to put a bigger down payment. So I mentioned that after finding a house, that's when you go to the different banks and you start an application process. Now, if you buy a house that the developer provides you with the bank, then they'll fill out the application for you once you agree to buy the home and once you put a down payment. They'll go ahead and start the filing period for you to see if you qualify. And the requirements are not that strict. Basically, is you have to make a minimum amount of money per month, which is usually very low because they consider like $2,000 like a good amount, depending again on the price of the home. But for the most part, if you make about $2,000, $2,600 a month, you more than likely will qualify. They do ask for you to send them over your FICO score as well, and they want to see your history, which you can get from like TransUnion or Equifax or one of those credit bureaus. So you can do everything from abroad. You don't have to be in El Salvador to, fill out the application and everything. But it is a good idea for you to get a power of attorney or un apoderado, which in Spanish. But you more than likely will need a power of attorney for someone who lives in El Salvador to be able to sign off on documents and, to go to the property, video things and send them to you if you're not going to be residing during that course of the application and the approval in El Salvador. So I got a power of attorney, and a cousin of mine is my power of attorney, and I gave him the authority, to sign some of the documents, for him to come in and, do everything that he needs to do. So once you're approved, once you fill out the application and everything, you send them over, check stubs. Some banks require your tax returns and your credit history with Equifax on one of them. Then they'll go ahead and ask you for like a copy of your DUI, or a copy of the NIT and so forth. But I will explain what a NIT is on my next video. I will explain as well what it's like to go through a developer and what it's like to get approved just independently from a bank. And I will also answer questions regarding realtors. I don't know if you've heard, but a lot of people say that in El Salvador, there's no real realtors. They're all pretty much attached to the homes that are selling. So I will talk a little bit more about that. But yeah, that's pretty much the process of applying through the different banks. I'll also talk about the different options, like the different banks and the different interest rates. And, if you guys would like to see my house, I will also link my Airbnb on the bottom of this video. If you have any questions, just leave them down in the comment section and I will gladly answer. Bye.